Hello everyone, Ramya, Assistant Professor of CSE Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, subject code OEC 754, Unit 1, topic EEG. To understand the concepts of EEG and their recording unit. First, we are going to see what is an EEG. It is an instrument used for recording the electrical activity of the brain by suitably placing surface electrodes on the skull. By means of electrodes to the skull of the patient, the brain waves can be picked up and recorded. Here, the surface of the brain and also it contains the voltage about 10 MV. The frequency ranges from 0.5 to 3000 Hz and the resistance range from few thousand ohm to nearly 100 ohm depending on electrodes used. Placement of electrodes. That means what? The brain waves are the summation of neural depolarization in the brain due to stimuli from the five senses. What are the five senses? Frontal, parietal, temporal, frontal pole, occipital lobes. Electrodes. Several types of electrodes can be used to record EEG. EEG electrodes are smaller in size than ECG electrodes. There are two types: monopolar recording. Monopolar recording means it is used to pick up the voltage difference between an active electrode on the skull with respect to the reference electrode. The next one is bipolar recording. It is more popular. The voltage difference between two scalp electrode is recorded. Next one is EEG recorder unit. The block diagram of EEG recorder is shown below. It consists of 4 units. First one is montage. A pattern of electrodes on the head on the channels are connected together is called as a montage. Generally, on the scalp, according to the standard is known as 10 to 20 electrodes. It is adopted by American EEG Society. Next one is electrode montage selector. Here, the signals are transmitted from the electrodes to the head box and then to the montage selector. Here, each channel is connected in the form of input from one electrode and also subtract the input from a second electrodes. Montages are either bipolar or referential electrode. The next one is sensitivity control. It is the gain of the amplifier. It should be multiplied by the sensitivity of the writer. Here also you have two types of gain. One is used for continuously variable and another one is used for the sensitivities of all the channels. That means it is used to increase or reduce the sensitivity of channel by known amount. And the next one is filter. Here the upper cutoff frequency can be controlled by using high frequency filter. Next one is writer unit. What is the usage of writer unit? It is usually of the ink type direct writing record. The best type of pen motors used in EEG have a frequency response of about 90 Hz. Modern PC based machine give a printout from a laser printer. Then the next one is paper drive. The paper drive is provided by a synchronized motor. The speed of paper drive is 15, 30 and 60 mm per second are essential. Next one is arrangements of 10 to 20 lead systems. In EEG, electrodes are placed in standard positions on the skull in an arrangement called 10 to 20 lead system. In this diagram, F represents frontal, C represents central, P for parietal, T for temporal and O for occipital. It is achieved by the International Federation of Societies of EEG. Here, the electrodes are identified according to their position on the head. That means odd numbers represent left side electrodes, even numbers represent the right side electrodes. Z denotes midline electrodes. Next one is EEG wave analysis. It helps physicians to diagnose the level of consciousness, sleep disorders, brain tumors, epilepsy and multiple sclerosis. That means, but waves reduced from the scalp have a smaller amplitude, approximately 100 mu volt. The frequency of brain waves ranges from 0.5 to 100 Hz. Here the following waveform shows the different level of consciousness. It is categorized by synchronous discharge of large group of neurons, often including the whole brain. From this topic, you will get the possible questions. List the brainwaves and their frequency with a neat block diagram. Explain the working principle of EEG machines and recording technique. Thank you.